Greetings and salutations, humans, and welcome to the channel. This is your host, Putinbot, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite epics that, for whatever reason, Plarium decided to buff. And the champion I'm talking to y'all about today is Alika. For those of you who have been following the channel for a long time, y'all already know that I use Alika for my damage tests. I'm very high on this champion. Absolutely great god tier epic champion. For those of you who are new to the channel, first of all, welcome, by the way. We'd love to have you. Alika is a Force Affinity Barbarian champion. She's an attack champion and an epic. And Plarium has recently buffed her, which is, to me, kind of insane because she can out-damage a lot of your legendary type champions in the game right now. So I'm going to show you the stats that my Alika has. I'm going to show you all her kit, show you what was changed, and I'm going to show you why you would use her. And I don't think y'all are going to be disappointed with this. So total stats for Alika: 215 speed, 250 accuracy, 4,600 attack, just under 4,700, and 130% crit rate and 241% crit damage. For her masteries, I've got her going down to Helm Smasher because I do use her in the arena. Probably going to show you all that here on this video. This video is not going to be very long. I have got some very good guides on Alika already that I strongly recommend that y'all take a look at. But I just want to just kind of showcase this change because I do think it warrants its own video. For skills, what Plarium has changed, or what Plarium has changed, my apologies, is her A3, Disorient. When booked, it has a 100% chance of increasing an enemy's cooldown by 2 turns. This used to decrease cooldowns by 1 turn. And let me kind of explain to y'all why that sucked, and why if you're using this skill, you had to pair her up with someone like Yumiko or Basher. So if she's going before the enemy goes, if you open up the A3, the way it used to work, it would reduce an enemy's cooldowns by 1 turn. Well, as soon as they take a turn, they get that cooldown back, and then they're able to do what they're going to do. By having this decrease their cooldowns by 2 turns, it means that for 1 turn, all they have is their A1. They can't do anything else. Like, for example, Arbiter can't do her res, or she can't do her turn meter boost. That's what makes this so very, very strong. Being able to lock out enemy skills is one of the best CC abilities in the game, and it's not a debuff. So a block debuffs buff won't affect this. You're not debuffing them, just extending the cooldown by 2 turns. That's what makes her so good. And let me just hop over here into Dragon. I'll just do a quick little damage run. Like I said, this is not going to be a long video. I have a very accessible team here. We've got Frozen Banshee. We have Thylesia for a defense down, Apothecary, Scowl of the Drakes, and right here is Alika. She still hits just as hard as she used to, which is what, to me, is kind of fun. It's typically you buff champions that are kind of, well, underwhelming. Alika is anything but underwhelming. So let me slow this down. Here's her A3. This is Disorient. I'm going to put their skills on cooldown for 2 turns. So here we go. She's hitting for 40 to 45,000. So that's not bad at all. Now for newer players, one thing I want to point out, this guy right here and this guy right here, they're stunned. So what that means is when they take their turn, they're not going to get a cooldown back. They're locked out for the 2 full turns. This guy, and this guy are going to be locked out for 1 turn before they can use their special abilities again. So let's just go ahead and just go on. I'll show you all what I'm talking about here. This Horden here will take a turn here in just a minute. Suck that Apothecary. He just did his A1. That's all he had access to. He couldn't speed anybody up. He couldn't do any heals. All he could do was his A1. Same thing with this Horden right here. All he had was his A1. Now look at this. Because this is on a 3-turn cooldown, and because Alika is going over 200 speed, she's lapping the enemy, so that just gives us a chance just to put their skills on cooldown again. Watch this. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. She's a hard-hitting nuker. She does a crap ton of damage. And she can turn off the enemy's skills. I mean, what is not to love? What's better than that? I'll show you what's better than that. Let me show you. We're going to do her A3 now, or her A2, I apologize. This little guy right here on the right, watch this. 105 damage. Not shabby at all. And a lot of times she can hit for over 200k with that ability. She can one-shot things. So watch this. Watch this. Let's slow down again. Let's just go ahead and hit this guy here on the left. 113,000. It's not bad at all. If you have an attack up buff, I can guarantee you she'll be one-shotting people. She'll be hitting for 200-300k. Just go ahead and just speed this on up. We're going to go ahead and kill this dragon, and we're going to call this video good. I mean, this is what I wanted to say, though, is that if you have Alika, she does not need the setup to make her A3 work anymore. She can do it all on her own, provided she's going faster than the enemy. If you're going fast enough to lap them, that's even better, because all you're doing is locking them out of their abilities. All they have is their A1s, and you're just able to mop the floor up with them. She's a great champion. We're going to kill this dragon, and then we will jump over into the arena. I will show y'all how that works, and I think you'll be really impressed. If you have Alika, and if you need a DPS nuker that's got some control, you don't need to look any further than her. I mean, she gets the work done. And this dragon will be done here in just a moment. While we are waiting, I guess I'll go and put this in. This is a good time. If y'all enjoy this content, if you would do me a favor, if y'all press that thumb up button down below and just give me a like, I would really appreciate it. That will just push this video up higher on the old search analytics. Also, if you are not subscribed already, consider subscribing to the channel. Like I said earlier, the channel is growing very quick. We would love to have you. We do some pretty unique things here. We cover Raid Shadow Legends. We do Baldur's Gate 3. There'll be some other games that are coming down they'll be coming down the pike. And so we would just love to have you. I'm just going to show y'all a couple of arena runs. Just show y'all what she's able to do. What here looks juicy. One thing you want to kind of keep in mind is that Alika is Force Affinity. So what that means is you want to avoid spirit-based champions. Like this guy right here, she won't be able to one-shot him because he's strong affinity. But the other three should not be a problem. Take a look. Let me show y'all exactly what I'm talking about here. We're going first, got the attack up, defense down and weaken, disorient, and that's incorrected. She just bodied everybody. Affinity did not matter. 145,000 damage. Let's go ahead and pick another fight here, shall we? So anyone else here that looks juicy? Anything else here that looks tantalizing? Let's go and go with this one. We're going to slow it down. Now turn off auto as well so y'all can see. So I got Arbiter doing the attack up. I'm going to slow the enemy down. I'm going to increase our turn meter. I'm going to do defense down and weaken. Now here we go. A3. Watch this. Boom. I don't know. You tell me. Is she crap epic? I don't think so. I do not think so. And like I said, I run her as a main nuker on my Go First team. I run her or Gaius, depending on affinity. I run her in my 3v3 arena. I use her in Doom Tower hard. I use her in Doom Tower normal. She's just a great all the way around champion. Just kind of go back down to her. And I guess, like I said, we're going to end the video here. There's not a whole lot that needs to be said. Her kit is fundamentally the same. The difference is being able to put an enemy skill on cooldown for 2 turns as opposed to 1 makes her so much more viable now than what she used to be. Before, you had to have someone else to turn their skills off, then have her follow up, and then extend that duration of that cooldown by 1 turn. You don't have to do it anymore. Well, y'all, I'm going to head on up now. This is PutinBot. Like I said, if y'all enjoyed this content, if you consider just giving me a like, I'd appreciate it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you. And we will see y'all later. This is PutinBot, and I am heading on out. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.